Alrighty guys, we are going to go ride the ZX6 here. Now I've just had this thing running, making sure that the cooling system is working, no big spikes in temperature. After all, it has been sitting for a while, so I just want to make sure that all that's kind of working, you know, stationary as best it can, so I don't run into any weird issues when I'm out there riding the bike. So far so good. I don't see any leaks or puddles, anything underneath the bike. Idle seems to be pretty smooth. Takes throttle nice and easy. I got the dog food everywhere on the ground out here. Just been spitting it out. So she looks ready to go. We're just going to go take it down the street, and mainly my main concerns is that it shifts gears, the clutch works like it should, and that there's no real hiccups when accelerating, decelerating. You know, make sure the brakes are working and nothing is broken there. So as long as all that's functioning, and then we can go and put the bike together and actually make it ready for sale. So all the work we've done so far kind of culminates to this point here, and we're going to find out if it was all worth the time and energy, or if we're going to have to do a bunch more work to the bike. But everything looks good on it. Everything is checking out okay so far. So it goes into gear nice. Clutch isn't stuck. Accelerates nicely. I tell you, I like these 600s. It's not a wonder that they sold as well as they did. These things are nice, smooth, comfortable bikes. They just ride so nice. All the gears work, they all engage into each gear. Temperature dropped back down to 167 degrees. So at least the radiator's working. Seems to run good, nice and smooth. When I get down here to the turnaround spot, then we'll turn around and we'll give it a little bit of throttle, make sure the clutch doesn't slip. But it probably looks goofy. These mirrors are going to be going away. We're going to be putting stock mirrors back on. We have a windshield on order. All the little odds and ends that you see are missing. All that stuff's going to be addressed. It's just we don't want to buy any more stuff than we have to and come to find out that something's broken, or the engine doesn't work, or it's making a weird noise, which I'm not getting any of that right now. So this thing's running good. So I definitely think the front brakes are going to need rebuilt, or a new master cylinder I should say, because they just lose pressure. You got to constantly pump them up. Aside from that though, everything else is working like it should. Well, it was also important that I had to get lunch as well, so starts right back up, nice, idle smooth. so far, I mean, nothing crazy. It's just a little bit of TLC at this point. Got to do some turn signal wiring, turn signal install, fix this brake. But this thing feels good. Now we'll go take it for a little bit of a maybe rev out first, second gear. Those are typically the problem areas with these bikes anyway. So we'll just make sure that those work. Spun the tire there a little bit. That one probably left a black stain on the on the road. Revs out just like it should. Thing runs good. I think this this bad boy here is ready to be fixed up. That's for sure. That was surprising. I did not expect that thing to spin the back tire like that. But it was kind of cool. And it just stayed in second. It didn't slip. That's what I thought it was at first until I felt the back end start to wiggle. But no, she's a solid little bike there. I'm always impressed with these older 600s. They just run really good, and they're comfortable. You know, they're a bigger bike. They're not small like the new 600s. So this will make a great bike for somebody, either a beginner or, you know, somebody that's just looking for that nostalgia and wants that old, that's maybe their first bike, or maybe they just want to add another bike to their collection. But this thing's going to make a great bike for somebody. Front brakes, definitely, if you could see, I've got barely doing anything. Got to pump them up quite a bit just to get them to react. Sounds good. Now I just have to make sure that the fan comes on, and I'll recheck the charging system, make sure that all is still working like it should. But test ride complete. Looks like we can start putting this bad boy back together and hand it on over to Josh so he can detail her up. Sweet.
Remember to hit like and subscribe and ding that notification bell for updated content. Thank you.